After hearing about Yi Ming's achievements, Yi Shuang thought carefully and realized that he indeed didn't need to participate in the mock exam. If Yi Ming joined the Susha shop, he might be as excellent as the newcomer that night. Yi Shuang muttered to herself. Her eyes flickered. No, Yi Ming will be even more excellent than him. He is my younger brother. I believe in him. Yi Xingxing turned her head. Brother, what is auntie saying? Hey, it's nothing. Yi Shuang left awkwardly and went to the Hanshan Martial Arts Center out of politeness. Yi Ming sent a message to his class teacher, Yang Jingguan, to ask for leave, but the latter was unwilling at first. He even criticized Yi Ming, saying that he didn't take the martial arts college entrance exam seriously, which was unacceptable. But until Yi Ming made a video call to him, and the head of the Hanshan Martial Arts Center said a few words for him. Teacher Yang changed his tone instantly. Oh, Mr. Chun. So, Yi Ming has an appointment with you today? It's okay if you explain the rules of the martial arts college entrance exam to him, of course. What? You said Yi Ming wants to challenge you? I remember you're a level 4, aren't you? Yang Jingguan, who hung up the phone, had a ghostly expression. What a joke. Other students are still busy preparing for the mock exam, but Yi Ming has already started challenging level 4 contractors. The gap is too big. Inside the Hanshan Martial Arts Center, the head, Chun Bai, returned the phone to Yi Ming. Thank you very much, Head Chen. This time, Yi Ming clasped his fist with a smile, and Chun Bai shook his head with a smile. You rascal, you've come to my Hanshan Martial Arts Center several times to challenge the place. Now you even want this old man to help you ask for leave. You have a lot of face. Yi Ming scratched his head. No way, old Chen. Students are afraid of teachers, and I'm Teacher Yang's student. Teacher Yang is also your student, of course. Your words are the most effective. Okay. Chun Bai looked at Yi Ming and smiled. You guy, even my background and identity. You've investigated everything clearly. With the fame of Head Chen, is there even a need to investigate these things? Can you hear it everywhere in the streets and alleys? Yi Ming is not only a professional at killing people, but also at making people happy. He's also a professional at that. Chun Bai likes this. All right, enough nonsense. Let's get on the stage. Chun Bai tapped his feet lightly. He leaped onto the stage, and Yi Ming followed closely. Both sides stopped at a certain point. Whoever points at the other person's eyebrows, waist, or thigh root first wins. Of course, Yi Ming wouldn't refuse what Chun Bai said. Then I'll be impolite. A muffled sound rang out, and a strong figure condensed behind Chun Bai. His arms are like 2 high mountains and he has abdominal muscles with symmetrical muscles. The lines are obvious, and an earth-colored halo surrounds the Hanshan Saintus. His eyes glowed with white light, and his huge mountain-like arms suddenly fell in front of Chun Bai. Forming a hard defensive barrier, Yi Ming punched the barrier, and the aftershock splashed. But he didn't break through at all. This won't work. I have to get serious. Red light flashed in Yi Ming's eyes, and he reached out and clenched the long scythe, with him as the center. The dark domain began to expand, eventually covering the entire arena. Chun Bai frowned, but the next moment, Yi Ming seemed to disappear out of thin air. His body directly merged into the darkness and disappeared. After realizing something was wrong, Chun Bai closed his eyes and used every pore of his body to sense the surrounding aura. When Yi Ming appeared and made a move with the long scythe, Chun Bai's eyes suddenly opened. He rushed over with a fist. Humph, humph, humph. Rumbling sounds continued to erupt. The two on the stage fought evenly, until a loud roar rang out. The battle ended. Great, really great. Chun Bai looked at Yi Ming excitedly. At this time, Yi Ming was constantly taking deep breaths. There were white spots on his eyebrows and thigh roots, but no white spot on his waist. Chun Bai was breached in all 3 places. Yi Ming won this battle, surpassing the master from whom one has learned. You rascal is really good. If I wasn't not qualified, I would definitely take you as my disciple. Chun Bai was not annoyed by losing. He is a person who can take it and let it go. Losing is losing. He never does things like acting old, which is also the basis for the Hanshan Martial Arts Center's foothold. The rules this time are more inclined to me. If it was a different competition method, perhaps I am not as good as Chen Guan. Yi Ming remained humble, and Chun Bai smiled and shook his head. Don't be so modest, young man. I know you used your full strength. Haha, Hall Master Chun is joking. After a few simple mutual compliments, Yi Ming left the Hanshan Martial Arts Center. After the previous battle, he was sure of one thing. His current strength is enough to defeat ordinary Tier 4 contractors. Chapter 58. The Martial Arts College Entrance Exam begins. 3 days later, the Martial Arts College Entrance Exam officially begins. A group of people stood at the gate, watching Yi Ming leave. Little brat, take the exam well. It would be best if you can get into college. If you can't get in, work with your second uncle. At least you won't starve to death in the future. Yi Zhang patted Yi Ming's shoulder, smiling, and Yi Ming smiled helplessly. I'm already tier 3, how could I fail the exam? So what if you're tier 3? There are people beyond people and heavens beyond heavens. You need to be humble. Don't be careless in the exam room, Uncle Yiwen chimed in. Pay attention to reviewing the questions. Don't misread the questions, and when you encounter multiple choice questions you don't know, remember to guess. If 3 are short and 1 is long, choose the shortest. If 3 are long and 1 is short, choose the longest. Good luck on the exam. Uncle, I'm taking the martial arts exam. You're talking about the liberal arts exam. It's almost the same, just figure out the meaning yourself. Okay. Yi Ming was truly defeated by his second and third uncles. They can be considered capable people in business, but in martial arts, they are simply useless. They don't understand anything at all, and it's useless to explain more to them. At this time, Yi Shuang walked over. She had also prepared some antiques. Yi Ming, take the exam well so I can recommend Yi Ming to join the Susha store. This poor girl. She is still being kept in the dark. Yi Ming smiled and nodded. Okay. I will work hard. Good luck. Yi Ming, your sister believes in you. If you don't get the top score, don't come home. If you do, I will dismantle your bed. The corners of Yi Ming's mouth twitched. She really is my own sister. The location of the martial arts college entrance exam is located in the teleportation hall. On the day of the exam, the teleportation hall is not open to the public. No social vehicles are allowed within a 10-kilometer radius, and military tanks will be arranged, and other heavy weapons to guard. At this time, dozens of buses. Around the teleportation hall, all the candidates from Cangnan City are entering the examination hall in an orderly manner. In the team from Cangnan No. 1 Middle School, Yang Jingwen is frantically making phone calls. Hello? Is this Yi Ming's second uncle? I would like to ask, where is Yi Ming now? The martial arts college entrance exam is about to begin. Why hasn't he arrived yet? What? He left half an hour ago? Okay, then he should be arriving soon. He hung up the phone, but the anxiety on his face didn't disappear. As the teacher leading the team from Cangnan No. 1 Middle School, there are a total of 300 candidates participating from Cangnan No. 1 Middle School this time. Excluding those with special circumstances, there are still 295 people, and now 294 have arrived. Only Yi Ming is missing. What's wrong with him? How did he develop this bad habit of being late? Yang Jingwen couldn't help but want to scold Yi Ming. At the same time, the surrounding students began to whisper, Yi Ming is really getting arrogant. He didn't come to the attack test. He didn't come to the final test, he didn't come to the mock exam, and now it's the martial arts college entrance exam. Could it be that he still won't come? Haha, if he really doesn't come. I am confident that I can compete for the top score in Cangnan this time. You can stop pulling my leg, just you. A grade B contract spirit, a tier 1 contractor, not as good as me. Moreover, this time in the martial arts college entrance exam, there is Chu Choyu from Cangnan No. 2 Middle School, a grade SS Torrent Porcupine, tier 2 contractor, and Zhou Zhanlong from Cangnan No. 3 Middle School, a grade SS 10,000 gun Porcupine, and Lu Yuxuan from our Cangnan No. 1 Middle School. It is said that he has also broken through to tier 2, I can be sure. This time, the top scorer will be born from among these three. Listening to this candidate's words, the teachers leading the teams from Cangnan No. 3 Middle School and Cangnan No. 2 Middle School both puffed out their chests. Tatsie ban hodong lo quay line in hung gohaks and fia sao, doi trong ho vang mot vi kao hu kich lutin then. For example, Cangnan champion, who else but me, fight with style. They were clearly determined to win this year's Cangnan champion. Yang Jingwen ignored them. His eyes were always on the electronic timer on the ceiling. There were 20 minutes left. What is Yi Ming doing? Can he make it? Lu Yuxuan frowned. Could it be that he will miss the exam because of being late? Wei Wu still regards him as a potential opponent. Time passed little by little and people's whispers could no longer be suppressed. If Yi Ming doesn't come, our Cangnan No. 1 high school will have its dominance broken this year. Didn't you hear the head teacher's call? He's on his way. Maybe he'll be here soon. If he's stuck in traffic, it will take 3 hours by car. He won't make it. There are 13 minutes left before the Wudao Decao starts. He will probably miss it. Miss it? I don't think it's likely. What if he can fly? Laughable. Fly? Does he really think he's Superman? Humph. As soon as he finished speaking, a figure whizzed into the transfer hall from outside the gate. Yi Ming had wings on his back, flying at low altitude, landing smoothly in the Cangnan No. 1 high school team, right next to Yang Jingwen. All the classmates said, Bro, you can really fly. You have a lot of witch abilities. Amidst everyone's surprise, Yang Jingguan smacked Yi Ming on the head. Yi Ming, why are you so late? You made me worry to death. If you miss the Wudao Decao, you will regret it for the rest of your life. Yi Ming was also helpless. I left an hour early, but who knew the road would be so jammed? Even the bike lane was full. There was no other way. I could only fly over here. Fly over here? The transfer hall is 30 kilometers away from Ye's house. You flew here? Yang Jingguan became worried. What about your stamina? Did you conserve your stamina? The students were surprised. Contractor. Three contracts. The students' faces showed the shocked expression that Yi Ming had expected. Teachers from other schools, who were previously standing tall and proud, widened their eyes and twitched their mouths. Their faces were as ugly as if they were constipated. Contractor. Songnan has never had one before. This is the first case. You need to know that there is never a retake in Wuku. Every exam is a new person. The first contractor. Which? Full-level spirit. This buff is simply maxed out. If Yi Ming can win the Songnan champion, his influence is simply unimaginable. The scene became extremely lively because of Yi Ming's arrival. At this time, a gentle breeze brushed across everyone's faces. The noisy transfer hall became quiet. Everyone turned their heads to look at the original stage in the center. On the stage, 3 figures had appeared out of nowhere. Starry Sky University, Wang Chongkong. Star Demon University, Sun Hoyuan. Star Sea University, Zhao Feng. They are teachers sent by the 3 top universities, specially responsible for invigilation. The Wudao Decao is about to begin. It seems that everyone is very excited. Since you are so excited, let me tell you some good news. Zhao Feng, who was burly and wearing a training suit, announced loudly, the secret realm for this Wudao Decao is the Extreme Soldier Palace, where the lowest ferocious beasts realm is level 1, and the highest ferocious beasts realm is level 4. Level 4 Giant Frost Demon, Chapter 59, Yi Shuang. His movements are so familiar. What? A level 4 ferocious beast? The examinees' pupils shrank suddenly. They were extremely shocked in their hearts. Even the teachers leading the teams were stunned. What are you kidding? This is the Wudao Decao. The Wudao Decao. When has there ever been a level 4 ferocious beast? The strongest ferocious beast in the previous Wudao Decao was the level 3 Nether Phantom Image. The level above that is a level 3 Snake-tailed Lion King. The level above that is a level 3 Shenfeng Demon. The strongest ferocious beasts are all level 3. This time, since a level 4 ferocious beast has appeared, the repeat examinees look troubled. The difficulty has greatly increased. Some people are already complaining in secret, saying that this martial arts college entrance exam is extremely difficult and doesn't care about them, the level 1 contractors. In response, Zhao Feng pressed down his palm, signaling everyone to be quiet. Okay, don't get excited. Let me finish what I have to say. Level 4 ferocious beasts are prepared for those so-called geniuses. Ordinary people only need to avoid the center of the secret realm. They will almost never encounter them. Of course, the increase in difficulty is inevitable. For example, the number of level 3 and level 2 ferocious beasts increases, and the strength of level 1 ferocious beasts increases. The purpose of the martial arts college entrance exam is to select strong individuals. Everyone here may go to the wild in the future and fight with those cruel ferocious beasts. So, everyone must have a correct attitude. Don't treat the martial arts college entrance exam as some kind of shortcut. There is official language in his words, as well as his personal emotional expression. The students are silent. Some are still dissatisfied, but others are beginning to ponder. A level 4 giant ice demon? I can take down level 4 contractors. Level 4 ferocious beasts are still nothing. He is confident in his strength. Time passes by second. When the countdown on the screen reaches 0, the martial arts college entrance exam officially begins. A group of examinees enters the secret realm. They have teleportation halos on their hands. When encountering danger, press it to teleport out of the secret realm. Not only that, the Jibing Royal Palace is an artificially built secret realm. Monitoring devices with a god's eye view are installed in the secret realm. The scenes of the college entrance exam will be broadcast live nationwide. At this time, almost every household is sitting in front of the TV watching the college entrance exam live. Yi Xingxing and others are also doing so. Jibing Royal Palace. The sky is covered with dark clouds, and fluttering white snow is falling. It falls diagonally on the ground, forming a layer of soft white cotton. Yi Ming lands in the center of a snowfield. All around him are stacked semicircular ice caves. Ice cones rise from the ground. One after another, they are up to 10 meters high, forming a wide forest of ice cones. And in the distance, an iceberg stands tall. It seems that an ice blue palace is built on it. The martial arts college entrance exam has begun. Kill ferocious beasts to obtain gray badges. The more gray badges you have, the higher your score. Level 1 ferocious beast, 1 gray badge. Level 2 ferocious beast, 5 gray badges. Level 3 ferocious beast, 10 gray badges. Level 4 ferocious beast, 5,000 gray badges. Level 4 ferocious beasts are an extremely difficult challenge. Under normal circumstances, no one would actively approach it. However, Ming narrowed his eyes slightly. He is not an ordinary person. His goal is the level 4 giant ice demon. The surrounding white snow makes the color tone of the world uniform. This will make my visibility greatly reduced. Not only that, but my reaction ability will also become sluggish as a result. He adjusts his breathing, expanding the perceptual ability of his body, and shortening his line of sight. This is from his previous snowfield assassination missions. Accumulated experience, it's very effective. Charge. He turns into a black stream of light, sprinting towards the iceberg at full speed. The Yi family, who are watching the battle from the stands, noticed this scene. Damn it, Ming is approaching the snow mountain in the very center. He doesn't plan to directly challenge the level 4 giant ice demon, does he? Xingxing widened her eyes. Directly challenge a level 4 ferocious beast? Shuang frowned slightly. Although she is level 3, this behavior is a bit reckless. But Ming is not an idiot. He must have his own plans. Hey, third Uncle Yi when pointed at the TV. Look quickly. Ferocious beasts have surrounded Ming. In the face of adversity, Ming stops. He looks around. A group of snow-haired wolves are staring at him with their ghostly blue eyes. These cunning guys hide in the snowdrifts and will pounce as soon as they encounter prey. Even prey in the sky will find it difficult to escape. They have extremely strong jumping power and can jump up to 30 meters high. 20 snow-haired wolves, all level 2, pose a threat to other examinees. However, Ming's eyes flashed with red light. He flicked his wrist, and a black whip swung out smoothly. Oh! The snow-haired wolves' screams echoed in the sky. They rushed towards Ming madly. The whistling whip slashed at them, spreading out. The sharp whip blade cut through their tough flesh, leaving harmful wounds. Some unlucky snow-fur wolves were cut in half. Scorching hot blood dripped onto the bloody ground, staining the white snow red. In the bloody ground, bloody small holes were left, puffing and puffing, with a sharp cold light constantly flashing. 20 snow-fur wolves were slaughtered. Outside the secret realm, Uncle Yi when watched Ming's performance and stood up excitedly. Isn't this stinky brat so strong now? So many fierce beasts were instantly killed with one move. Xingxing smiled and shook his head. Uncle, Ming is at the 3rd level and the snow-fur wolf is at the 2nd level, so killing a 2nd level at the 3rd level isn't easy. Sister Shuang, are you right? He looked at Shuang, but at this time Shuang's brow was furrowed. His eyes were fixed on the picture on the television, constantly recalling Ming's previous movements in his mind. Especially that black long scythe. How could it be like this? Such a familiar look. Such familiar movements, it feels like I've seen it before. Shuang's expression was heavy. His eyes gradually narrowed. One night, one mission. One newcomer. Could it be? Shuang had a faint guess in his mind. His eyes were fixed on the television screen. No matter how Xingxing shouted beside him, he didn't move. Congratulations on getting 100 gray badges. The leaderboard has changed. First place, Zhou Zhanlong, 500 gray badges. Second place, Chu Qiuyu, 430 gray badges. Third place, Lu Yuxuan, 325 gray badges. The first place already has 500. This Zhou Zhanlong has some strength. Ming said, also speeding up his movements. He put on the divine feather demon armor, his speed soared, and he turned into a black shadow and rushed out. The closer he got to the snow mountain, the more powerful the surrounding fierce beasts became. Good. A hearty laughter, resounding through the clouds. Ming stopped. On the towering snow mountain, a huge snowball rolled down, stirring up the white snow on the ground. Leaping high and slamming down towards Ming, Yu shouted. Ming, be careful. There is a dangerous life form in the snowball. Quasi-4th level. 60th place, Quasi-4th level fierce beast. Ice armor Juxiong. Whoosh! At the moment the snowball landed, Ming suddenly dodged to the side. He was extremely fast, and at the same time as he lifted his foot, the snowball landed heavily, brushing past his foot. Humph! Rolling white snow spread around, visibility suddenly decreased. Ming held the long scythe. He saw in an instant, a black shadow stood up and walked towards him step by step. The white snow in the air dissipated, and a huge figure appeared. He was 3 meters tall, his body was like a small mountain, and a pair of sharp claws were like ice crystals. He had a pair of ice-blue eyes, sharp fangs stained with blood, and his whole body was covered with white fur, looking like a battle-hardened polar bear. But his body was covered with a layer of ice crystal armor. Quasi-4th level fierce beast. Ice armor Juxiong. Yiming's eyes narrowed slightly, and his aura suddenly rose. Darkness lingered on the long scythe in his hand. Roar! A loud roar rang out, the surrounding birds were startled, and the snow on the top of the mountain rolled down again. Ice armor Juxiong used all 4 limbs, and murderous intent bloomed in his ice-blue eyes. He rushed towards Yiming at the fastest speed. The blood accumulated on the ground did not slow him down at all. Yiming, be careful. Ice armor Juxiong has immense strength. If you get hit by him, you might get hurt. The sound of Yin Yuyu's reminder had just fallen. Whoosh! The cold light flashed in the air. At the moment Ice armor Juxiong swung his claws, Yiming's wings took off. After rotating 360 degrees in the air, a sharp scythe blade slashed out. Whoosh! Splashing blood splattered. Puff! A cut was made in Ice armor Juxiong's body, and scorching hot blood flowed out. Yiming, did you see the blue gemstone on his chest? That's his exposed heart. As long as you smash his heart, Ice armor Juxiong will be finished. Hidden Yuyu reminded him. Good. Yiming's long sword reversed in his hand. He displayed a crescent moon slash again in the air. The ice armor giant roared angrily from the previous intense pain. Taught him a lesson. This time he used his firm arms. Humph. 2 forces collided. The ice armor giant held the crescent moon slash with both hands. They restrained each other. Now's the time. Yiming spread his wings and swept through the air. Turning into a black streamer, he rushed towards the ice armor giant. Puchi. The sharp sword light flashed again, and the ice armor giant's exposed heart was instantly cut in 2. The intense pain spread throughout his body. The ice armor giant roared, his eyes turning blood red. He smashed aimlessly towards the ground. All he was doing was struggling in vain. Humph! The huge body fell, and the snow on the ground was compacted. Congratulations on obtaining 45 gray badges. The number of quasi-4th tier ferocious beasts gray badges is between the 4th and 3rd tiers. But what a loss. Yiming clearly remembered killing a 3rd tier ferocious beast. You can get 10 gray badges. Killing a 4th tier giant frost ice demon can get 5,000 gray badges. But now, he killed a quasi-4th tier ferocious beast and only got 45. It's really too bad. Forget it, I'll just honestly go kill giant frost ice demons. Yiming spread his wings and soared upwards. All the ferocious beasts in his path were all killed. Watching the black-clothed Yiming behind him on TV, Yishuang could already confirm that Yiming was the newbie that night. Strength, aura, methods, completely identical. No wonder Yiming is so excellent, yet Captain Sun said to wait until after the martial arts college entrance exam before considering letting him join. Yishuang originally thought Sun Hoyuan wanted to see Yiming's martial arts college entrance exam results before making a decision. Now she understood. Sun Hoyuan just wanted to see him make a fool of himself. Damn Captain Sun. Damn Yiming. You hid such an important thing from me. Too much. Yishuang rarely swears, so the words too much carry a lot of weight in her heart. Wait a minute, Yishuang frowned. She pinched her chin with one hand, her eyes fixed. Since that newbie is Yiming, then why is he so skilled in assassination techniques, especially in concealing his aura? It's simply masterful, even surpassing me. No way. I must ask him properly after the martial arts college entrance exam. Yishuang felt that Yiming had a big secret. In the monitoring room, 3 proctors witnessed Yiming killing a quasi-4th tier ferocious beast. Zhao Feng from Shanghai University exclaimed in amazement. This examinee named Yiming is amazing. He became a 3rd tier less than a month after awakening, and now he's completed a quasi-4th tier ferocious beast. This kid's strength and talent are simply too heaven-defying. In my opinion, even a 4th tier frost armor ice demon might not be his opponent. Sun Hoyuan nodded. Yiming's talent and strength are both quite outstanding. He is the most powerful examinee in Songnan City's history, bar none. I think he can fight a frost armor ice demon. Fight! Wang Chongkong from Starry Sky University snorted coldly. A quasi-4th tier ferocious beast and a 4th tier ferocious beast are worlds apart. Yiming's 3rd tier realm is certainly good, but let alone kill it. Even if he wants to defeat a 4th tier frost armor ice demon, the hope is slim. This, Zhao Feng said in disbelief. Teacher Wang, what's wrong today? In previous years, when you encountered a genius, you were so excited you wanted to jump up and cheer. Even if you don't cheer today, you're even pouring cold water on him. What's the matter? Do you have a grudge against Yi Ming? I. Wang Chongkong was interrupted as soon as he spoke. Sun Hoyuan nodded and said, Teacher Zhao, you don't know, shortly after the awakening ceremony, Starry Sky University gave Yi Ming a special admission quota, but on the condition that he replace his contracted witch with a saint. Yi Ming certainly didn't want to and refused on the spot. Teacher Wang lost face. Of course, he doesn't like Yi Ming, right? Wang Chongkong's eyebrows stood on end in anger, and he pointed at Sun Hoyuan's nose and said, Stop talking nonsense. No matter how bad I, Wang Chongkong, I'm still a 6th-tier contractor. I wouldn't bother getting angry with a junior. It's already difficult to fight beyond one's level, especially since Yi Ming only recently broke through to the 3rd tier. His mastery of power is completely insufficient. A newcomer like him wants to eliminate and kill tier 4 beasts? Isn't this difficult? This time, Zhao Feng was silent for a moment, finally nodded. Teacher Wang's analysis makes sense. It's difficult to eliminate. It's even harder for a newcomer to eliminate. Sun Hoyuan didn't speak. His gaze was intense, all fixed on Yi Ming. He believes that Yi Ming will definitely be able to take it down. Tier 4 Giant Frost Soldier Demon. In the secret realm, Yi Ming speeds up. He overcomes layers of obstacles and is finally about to reach the summit of the snow mountain. Along the way, he encountered many powerful beasts, snow elves, saber-toothed crocodiles, blizzard Tuzhou. These beasts are extremely dangerous, with bloodlines and extreme een. They are considered to be of medium level in the ranks of beasts, and many are above medium. But under Yi Ming's powerful strength, they are just inferior and ordinary. A snow devil with bat wings falls down. First place. Successfully killed a tier 3 snow devil. Realm experience +6, spiritual sacrifice experience +6. Congratulations, you have obtained a gray badge stone. Chapter 61, Tier 4 Beast. Giant Frost Soldier Demon. Chapter 61, Tier 4 Beast. Giant Frost Soldier Demon ranking. First place, Zhou Zhanlong. Number of gray badges. Second place, Chu Qiuyu. Number of gray badges. Third place, Yi Ming. Number of gray badges. Fourth place, Lu Yuxuan. Number of gray badges. The number of gray badges for the top 3 all exceed 2,000. However, as the number of beasts decreases, the growth of examinees' gray badges will gradually slow down. First and second place, their final scores should be fixed around 3,000. Yi Ming vaguely remembers, in last year's martial arts college entrance exam, Songnan Zhuangyuan's total number of gray badges was more than 3,000. So, as long as I kill the giant frost soldier demon, I can lock in Songnan Zhuangyuan to take a step back even if I am not the opponent of the giant frost soldier demon. My current score is enough to sprint for the 3 top universities. In Yi Ming's heart, there was no longer any burden. He looked at the palace standing on the top of a mountain. His fighting spirit soared. He sped up again. Along the way, he not only saw the corpses of beasts, but also the corpses of examinees. The young man in black tights, the girl in court dress. They are all examinees. When danger came, for some reason, they did not press the teleportation button on their wristbands in time. The martial arts college entrance exam has never been absolutely safe. Just help them press the wristbands. People are dead, at least the corpses still have to be teleported out. This kind of thing should be done by the cleaners of the secret realm after the martial arts college entrance exam. But Yi Ming thinks this is just a matter of lifting a hand. Sun Hoyuan in the monitoring room. Looking at this scene, his face did not change significantly in his intensity. But he was very gratified. Whoosh, whoosh, the biting cold wind is like a blade, ruthlessly cutting Yi Ming's face. When he took the last step, he looked up at the front. The gray and white icy palace stands in the snow, more than 20 meters high. The top of the palace goes straight into the clouds, making people awe-inspiring. This is it. The Tier 4 giant frost soldier demon is in the palace. Yi Ming clenched his spear and rushed towards the palace. Swish, swish, swish. Countless ice arrows cut through the air. Yi Ming's pupils shrank suddenly. The black clothes behind him gathered, instantly forming a hard shield. The ice arrows shot on the black shield without causing any damage to it. The black clothes unfolded. Yi Ming looked up. On the top of the palace, a purple-skinned beast with a tall figure and 6 eyes is holding a bow and arrow. Shooting arrows again. Swish. Yi Ming waved his spear, splitting the arrow in half. Quasi-tier 4 beast, Ice Crystal Archer. He is good at long-range attacks, but his physical strength is extremely weak. He can be brought down at close range. Yo-Yo said Yi Ming after landing. His legs exerted force suddenly, swimming like a cannonball at an extremely fast speed. Rushing towards the ice crystal shooter, the latter's 6 copper holes suddenly contracted, holding. continuously enlarged in the ice crystal shooter's eyes. Finally, a head soared into the sky, successfully killing the quasi-4th level ice crystal shooter. Boundary experience plus 31, level 0 experience plus 31. Congratulations on obtaining 43 gray badges. The number of gray badges has changed. It should be based on the strength of the fierce beast. Ming stands on top of the bow, his brow furrowed. Quasi-4th level fierce beasts are appearing one after another. But where is the giant ice demon? Before his voice fell, the bow pad under his feet suddenly began to shake wildly, and then the original 20-meter palace raised again. Ming spread his black wings and jumped from the top of the palace. Staying in the air at this moment, rumble, rumble, rumble. White snow flies, ice blocks shatter, the entire ice crystal palace. It seems to have come alive. Its main structure is destroyed, the positive charge is the body. The two negative charges are arms and legs, supporting the battle aura. It is a behemoth, a full 20 meters high, with a pair of huge eyes, staring at Ming. Compared to it, Ming is as small as an ant. Ming couldn't help but shrink his neck. This 20-meter fierce beast in front of him is definitely a 4th level. Outside the secret realm, the Yi family members became uneasy. Isn't that thing too big? One punch could probably smash a mountain. How could Ming possibly be his opponent? Third Uncle Yi Wen glared and cursed. Second uncle nodded in agreement. That's right. How could it be like this? Even if it is a 4th level fierce beast, it shouldn't be this huge. It's too outrageous. A slight carelessness will cost you your life. Can Ming really defeat this guy? Yi Xingxing frowned. He didn't know either. The three turned their gazes to Yi Shuang. The latter said faintly, "Find out the weakness. Be bold. You can kill. If you can't find it, be timid. You can't kill." Weakness. Yi Wen and the others fell into deep thought, beginning to ponder the so-called weakness. At the same time, the huge movement made the other examinees in the secret realm aware. They felt the ground was shaking. Looking up at the distant snow mountain, they were shocked at the sight. Damn! Look quickly, what is that thing? So huge. Damn! The palace has turned into a giant. What's going on? Could it be that someone went to the palace and triggered a challenge? Challenge? Stimulate the fierce beast, the giant ice demon? Someone is challenging the giant ice demon. Most of the examinees were looking at the mountaintop while Zhou Zhanlong, who was ranked first on the combat power list, was halfway up the mountain. He looked at the giant ice demon's huge appearance and immediately felt fear. No, I can't possibly be his opponent. I must run. And Chu Qiuyu, who was ranked second on the list, and Lu Yuxuan, who was ranked fourth, were standing not far away. Looking at Ming, who was standing opposite the giant ice demon on the mountaintop, they both frowned. Arrogant? Naive? Or does he really have the strength? Chu Qiuyu looked at Ming, a trace of difference appearing on her cold face. Lu Yuxuan felt that Ming was simply unreasonable. A 3rd-level contractor challenging a 4th-level fierce beast? He's simply courting death. In the monitoring room, Sun Hoyuan and the other two clenched their fists. Create a miracle. Or fail. This battle is finally here. At this moment, Ming became the focus of the entire martial arts college entrance exam. Humph! A muffled sound rang out. The giant ice demon swung its fist and smashed heavily towards Ming. Ming dodged sideways, but this punch landed on the snow mountain, splashing up gravel, falling piece by piece, rolling into snowballs, turning into an avalanche. Kill! Murderous intent erupted in Ming's eyes. He unleashed a series of attacks on the giant ice demon. Humph! The spirit flame ice blade slashed out, leaving wounds on the giant ice demon's body. But the next second it healed completely. Can it regenerate? Ming frowned. Suddenly, he felt the fierce wind die down, and upon closer inspection, he saw the giant ice demon's fist. Like a meteor head-on, it struck again fiercely. Dark domain. The darkness was cut open. The speed of the giant ice demon's fist stopped for a moment. Ming took the opportunity to dodge. This fist shattered the snow mountain again. Ming seized the opportunity and unleashed the stone-devouring slash. But the giant ice demon's body was special, healing again, and its power was also increasing. One punch could shatter a small mountain. This ferocious beast is getting braver and braver. I must make a quick decision. Just as Ming was about to strike again, Yin Yuyu's excited voice suddenly rang out. Ming, I've seen through its weakness. This big guy is just a paper tiger. Don't hold back. Use the single target skill of Eternal Night Descent. Use all your strength to blast out this fatal blow. Trust me, this big guy will definitely die. Chapter 62. Number of badges, 7,000. Chapter 62. Number of badges, 7,000. Okay. A fierce roar echoed between heaven and earth. The giant ice demon waved its claws, stirring up a fierce icy wind. Its claws are about to land on Ming's body. The next moment, darkness spread from Ming as the center, towards the surroundings. The dark domain unfolded, engulfing the giant ice demon. Black tentacles stretched out from all directions of the domain. Entangling the giant ice demon, its movements became sluggish, its eyes blood-red as it roared frantically. Everyone looked at everything that was happening on the snow mountain, in full view of everyone. Yiming's spiritual power was in the air. His whole body exuded murderous intent. Darkness wrapped around the long chain in his hand. Following his eyes, a blood-red light flashed. Yiming transformed into a stream of light, charging towards the giant ice demon at a speed undetectable to the naked eye. Eternal Night Descent. As Yiming's strongest spiritual skill, it possesses extremely high lethality, especially when targeting a single opponent. It could increase Yiming's power several times. Crimson and extremely white colors intertwined. The light of red eyes flashed in the darkness. Okay, along with this mournful cry, the giant head took flight in an instant, rolling down from the snow mountain, turning into a snowball, forming an avalanche. Scalding hot blood splattered, falling from the air into the snow. Turning into red pits, Yiming held the long chain, blood flowing on the chain blade. But in the blink of an eye it was swallowed by darkness. Humph, the giant ice demon lost its head. Its body turned into ice and snow, merging into the white ground, completely disappearing. Diane successfully killed a level 4 giant ice demon. Advancement experience plus 70. Spiritual skill experience plus 70. Congratulations on obtaining 5,000 gray badges. The gray badge ranking has changed. Congratulations, you are currently ranked first in the Wudao Decao, with a total of 7,125 gray badges. First place, Yiming, number of gray badges, 7125. Second place, Zhou Zhanlong, number of gray badges, 2741. Third place, Chu Qiuyu, number of gray badges, 2541. More than 7,000 gray badges, this time the Cangnan champion, already belongs to me. Yiming finally showed a relaxed expression. There are still half an hour before the end of the Wudao Decao. Even if he stood still now, doing nothing, just lying down and sleeping, no one could surpass him. Outside the secret realm, third Uncle Yiwen. Looking at the information on the leaderboard, his eyes became dull. More than 7,000 gray badges. What kind of concept is this? Can someone explain it to me? Second Uncle Yijun swallowed a mouthful of saliva. How powerful are more than 7,000 gray badges? I'm not very clear, but if I remember correctly, the number of gray badges for last year's Cangnan champion was more than 3,000. 7,000? Third Uncle Yiwen's head buzzed, as if a thunderbolt had struck. Doesn't that mean that Yiming is more powerful than last year's Cangnan champion? This time he really is. Yi Xingxing was so excited that, this time Yiming is the Cangnan champion, and is the most powerful. The most powerful Cangnan champion in history. Dead, Yi1 and Yijun. Simultaneously they gasped. They stood there, first stunned, then cheered and shouted. Even Yi Shuang, known as an ice block, had a smile on her face. In addition to joy, there was also a bit of anticipation in his heart to be able to find instantly. In the monitoring room, watching Yiming cut off the head of the giant ice demon, Sun Hoyuan breathed a sigh of relief. This guy is constantly creating surprises for me. This matter needs to be discussed with the teacher. Yiming has now become the champion of Cangnan. The other two universities will definitely offer high salaries to recruit him. He took out his phone and immediately sent a message to the vice president of Xinhua University. Message 1. Teacher, when are you free to meet with Yiming? Message 2. Teacher, Yiming obtained the badge of Kikianjia. Locked in as the champion of Cangnan. I think it is necessary for us to visit him in person based on his rich conditions. Otherwise, I am afraid that the other two universities will get there first. 1 minute after the message was sent, the other party sent a message. Teacher, deputy store manager. I will personally recruit Yiming later. Let me see who dares to compete with me. This, Sun Hoyuan silently silenced. He looked at Zhao Feng next to him and asked, Lao Zhao, are you going to Ye's house later to personally recruit Yiming? Zhao Feng's voice stopped abruptly. He glanced at Sun Hoyuan. He frowned. Why are you asking me this? Just asking. Oh, I'm not going. I definitely won't go. Just at Cangnan champion. Of course I won't go. Okay, Sun Hoyuan knows. Zhao Feng, this old schemer, will definitely go later, and he is extremely well prepared. He came with a purpose. Sun Hoyuan turned his head again. Looking at Wang Changkong, Lao Wang, what about you? You always tell me, are you sent by Xingkong University to recruit Yiming? Wang Changkong crossed his arms and snorted coldly. What nonsense! Is it possible? I had a festival with Yiming before. Even if I want to recruit him, it's impossible for me to come forward. Sun Hoyuan nodded. Confirmed. Wang Chongkong is the one Xingkong University sent, and he is extremely well prepared. These two old schemers still want to deceive me. Sun Hoyuan's mouth twitched slightly, already seeing through everything. He is now looking forward to what the two old schemers will look like when they see Xingma University. Deputy Principal. It must be very interesting. Half an hour passed, and the Wudao Decao ended. The moment Yi Ming walked out of the secret realm, pairs of eyes were cast towards him, and then cameras, like cannonballs, swarmed towards Yi Ming's face, wishing to stuff his head in. Student Yi Ming, after becoming the champion of Cangnan, what do you want to say? Can you tell us your current thoughts? Before participating in the Wudao Decao, you became a Sanjiechi contract master. You are one of the best in the country. Can you tell us how you did it in detail? Is there any trick? As a witch contract master, can you talk about why do all the theories targeting witches have no effect on you? Questions, like a raging ocean, swept towards Yi Ming. He took a deep breath. Without saying much, he simply left a few words. You have no experience. There are no tricks. If you really want to ask me why I can become the champion of Cangnan, let me sum it up in one sentence. Dare to try. Chapter 63. For top universities visit. Chapter 63. 4 top universities pay a visit. After saying that, Yi Ming walked out of the crowd. He ignored the strange gazes on both sides. First place in the Wudao Decao. Cangnan champion. Without a doubt, today Yi Ming will become the focus of Cangnan City. But perhaps out of habit, Yi Ming doesn't like to actively exposed to public view. He declined all exclusive interview projects and hailed a taxi on the roadside. As soon as he got in the taxi, the driver recognized him and enthusiastically waved Yi Ming's fare, which Yi Ming agreed to with a smile. But he left a 100 yuan bill when he got out of the car. The moment he opened the door and returned home, his 2 uncles rushed forward, hugging Yi Ming and saying, "You've made something of yourself. Our Yi family has produced a top scorer. Big brother, can you see it in heaven?" Yi Ming was touched by these words, but when he looked up, Yi Shuang was standing with her arms crossed against the door frame, looking at him with a subtle expression, as if waiting for an explanation. So, did Sister Yi Shuang find out? Yi Ming shook his head with a smile. No way. It was only a matter of time. He got up and went to Yi Shuang's side, taking advantage of his 2 uncles, Yi Zheng. Preparing dinner, he felt he needed to have a good talk with Yi Shuang. In the room. Tell me what's going on. When did you join the sushi store? Yi Shuang sat on the edge of Yi Ming's bed with her legs crossed, and Yi Ming on the chair thought, when I first became a second contractor. Second. Yi Shuang frowned slightly. Did someone introduce you? Or is the specific reason unclear, but I remember Captain Sun took the initiative to find me, which is a bit interesting. Yi Shuang also touched it. If he remembered correctly, sushi store had never taken the initiative to invite a lone second contractor. Yi Ming is the first, but it was just an invitation at the time. I officially joined sushi store about 10 days ago, Yi Ming said. Yi Shuang nodded and then asked, what's their base salary for you? I don't mean anything else. I'm your sister. I'm afraid you'll get ripped off. 15 million. That's high. Yi Shuang's face changed suddenly. His current base salary is only 10 million, but he has been a member of sushi store for almost a year or 2. Is this what you call losing at the starting line? Yi Shuang sighed. He didn't want to delve into this question, so he cut to the chase and asked, so, the newbie that night was you, right? Yes, it was me. How did you find me? I remember. You looked at me that night. I can't tell you that I was a top killer in my previous life, can I? Yi Ming said, my contracted spirit is very special. It has a keen sense of aura. So, that's how it is. Yi Shuang was relieved. If it was the ability of the contracted spirit, everything would make sense. He breathed a sigh of relief, got up and patted Yi Ming on the shoulder. Come on, do a good job. You're very good. Yi Ming smiled and nodded. Just as he got up to go out, an excited voice rang out in the yard. Yi Ming! The results are out. You got a perfect score. Cangnan top scorer. It was the voice of his third uncle, Yi Wen. The martial arts exam is very different from the cultural exam. The martial arts exam relies on strength, and the number of badges determines the final score, so it doesn't take 2 hours. To know the score and ranking, Yi Ming looked at the score information on the tablet, as he expected. Examinee name, Yi Ming. Exam type, martial arts exam. Score, 1000. Full score, 1000. Final ranking. First place, Cangnan City. Cangnan top scorer. Yi Ming clenched his fist. The current stage goal was finally achieved. The next moment, buzzing, armed helicopters hovering in the sky, an extra row of black cars. In the roar of the engine, a hurried footsteps sounded. Then, it seemed that there was a cursing sound. Zhao Feng. You bastard. Didn't you say that your Xinhai University wasn't interested in Yi Ming? Why are you running over here like a puppy now? Sun Haowen grabbed Zhao Feng by the neck, grumbling. This isn't my decision. The higher-ups requested it temporarily. What does it have to do with me? Taking a step back, Wang Chongkong can come. Why can't I come? Zhao Feng took the opportunity to shift the blame to Wang Chongkong. Sun Hoyuan released the arm around Zhao Feng's neck, frowning. Looked at Wang Chongkong. Old fart, you have no shame. It was you who asked Yi Ming to change the contract before, and now you see him get a perfect score. You come running over, trying to recruit him early. Don't you feel ashamed at all? Ashamed? Wang Chongkong snorted coldly. To err is human, to forgive divine. It was indeed my problem before, but the past is the past, and the present is the present. As long as my benefits are good enough, I'm not afraid Yi Ming won't join my Starry Sky University. You are truly shameless. Sun Hoyuan cursed inwardly, then looked at another elderly man wearing glasses beside him. I can understand Zhao Feng and Wang Chongkong coming, after all they are recruitment teachers from the martial arts universities, but Su Zhuge, what are you doing here? Isn't Qingbei University a liberal arts university? Su Zhuge smiled slyly. You always have to try. What if Yi Ming prefers liberal arts? The way they were fighting over him shocked the passers-by nearby. It's always been examinees desperately wanting to enter top universities. Jiodai, Cactruong Dai Hakong Dao Dang Daiyin Quang Tranjian Nentai. Indeed, when your strength is strong, everything will gravitate towards you. The 4 recruitment teachers entered the Yi family. The moment they saw Yi Ming, Wang Chongkong directly opened his mouth. Student Yi Ming, we had some misunderstandings before. I want to apologize to you here first. This matter is because our Starry Sky University didn't consider it thoroughly. So we decided that, as long as you join Starry Sky University, not only can you enjoy tuition-free service, but we will also arrange a professional instructor for you. All cultivation resources you purchase at the school can enjoy a 50% discount. Wow! Zhao Feng's eyes widened. Songlan, who joined Starry Sky University last year, had half the benefits compared to this. It seems that Starry Sky University is really going all out. Starry Sky University is so generous. But my Star Sea University won't show weakness either. Zhao Feng waved his hand, full of spirit, and said, Yi Ming, as long as you join Star Sea University, in addition to the above conditions of Starry Sky University, we will provide you with a 6th order or lower material for free every month. Not only that, but we will also give you a super high reward of 500,000 to 1.5 million based on your performance every month. This, Yi Shuang frowned. As a student of Star Sea University, he has never had such good treatment. He was once, at least, among the top 3 in Songnan City. Lao Sun, we've all stated our conditions. What about you? You're not planning to come empty-handed, are you? You don't have any sincerity at all. You're completely disrespecting student Yi Ming. Wang Chongkong looked at Sun Hoyuan with provocative eyes. Zhao Feng echoed, that's right, you don't want to give any benefits. Is this the attitude of recruiting a champion? Lao Sun, you might as well go sit at the same table as Su Zhuge. Sun Haowen smiled when he heard the words and pointed to the sky. Don't worry, give me 3 seconds. 3, 2, 1, boom. The clear sky suddenly became cloudy, and rolling thunder rumbled within. Suddenly, the dark clouds broke open a huge hole, and countless rays of light fell, and slowly descended from it. An extremely powerful figure. His hands were behind his back, and his old eyes seemed to contain the universe when he overlooked Wang Chongkong and others below, not angry but mighty. Today, I, Gu Yunfeng, am here. The descending figure broke the situation on the scene. Wang Chongkong and others looked at the sky. The man had white hair and was full of wrinkles, with his hands behind his back. He was wearing a gray robe with golden glyphs engraved on it. In his ancient and waveless eyes, strange light flickered. The moment he descended, an invisible aura spread out. The surrounding trees were shaken and the strong wind was flying. This is Vice President of Xinma University, Senior Gu Yunfeng. Wang Chongkong and others were struck by lightning. They stood quietly in place, their bodies seeming to stiffen, unable to move. The Vice President of Xinma University is one of the super powerhouses in Long Country. It is said that he has now broken through to the 8th level. Just looking at his figure is enough to make people feel awe. However, what shocked Wang Chongkong and the others even more was what Gu Yunfeng had said before. Disciple? What does it mean? He personally came to the Yi family. Could it be that he wants to accept Yi Ming as a disciple? Everyone was shocked. Yi Shuang frowned. Others might not know. But as an assassin of the dormant kill hall, he had a brief encounter with Gu Yunfeng, this powerful senior. Not only is he the vice principal of Star Demon University, but he also has a more terrifying identity, unexpectedly descending upon the Yi family. Preparing to accept Yi Ming as a disciple, if Yi Ming agrees to Gu Yunfeng, his future cultivation path will not only be smoother, but he can even learn Gu Yunfeng's assassin techniques. He'll advance faster in the dormant kill hall, join Starry Sky University, and Star Sea University. Becoming an excellent student versus becoming Gu Yunfeng's disciple, even the most clueless person knows to choose the latter. Even without any special treatment, choosing the latter is more promising. Moreover, Gu Yunfeng descended from the sky and came to Yi Ming's side. He looked at Yi Ming, his expression slightly urgent. Yi Ming, if you join my Star Demon University, not only can you enjoy their previously promised highest treatment, but I will also take you as my disciple and cultivate you in all aspects. Of course, everything is voluntary. I won't force you. Gu Yunfeng restrained his aura and smiled at Yi Ming, who smiled calmly. He clasped his fist and said, Disciple Yi Ming greets the Venerable One. Ha ha ha, good, good, good. Gu Yunfeng said good 3 times in a row. He was like a spring breeze, in a great mood, and waved out 3 wooden boxes. Inside are 3 7th-order ferocious beast materials, considered a greeting gift. After you officially enter Star Demon University, I'll give you a quasi-8th order ferocious beast material. Damn! Yi Ming's pupils contracted. He felt a little numb. He had worked so hard to get a 7th order material before. Now that he has become Gu Yunfeng's disciple, the man just gives him 3 with a wave, and promises a quasi-8th order one. Is this the benefit of having a strong backer? Awesome. After that, Gu Yunfeng communicated with Yi Ming's uncles, briefly describing the various advantages of Star Demon University. Gu Yunfeng patted Yi Ming's shoulder. I'll come see you again in a few days. Okay. He transformed into a streak of light rushing into the sky, disappearing without a trace. They didn't even have a chance to speak. Damn, that's bullshit. The vice principal of Star Demon University personally recruiting students. If that were said, no one would believe it at all. Zhao Feng cursed angrily, knowing that Gu Yunfeng would come to this recruitment. He would have called the vice principal of Star Sea University as well. Wang Chongkong nodded. He very much agreed. The two simultaneously turned their gaze to Sun Hoyuan, who was gloating, and they all understood. No wonder this old schemer didn't say a word when he entered earlier. It turns out you were holding back a big one. Lao Sun, your Star Demon University is going too far. Didn't Senior Gu Yunfeng say recently? Sun Hoyun shook his head. How would I know my teacher's affairs? Why don't you ask him yourself, and see if he'll give you face? Wang Chongkong and Zhao Feng felt a chill. An 8th order big shot, how dare they ask? In the end, Wang Chongkong and the others left disappointed. Yi Ming joined Star Demon University and became Gu Yunfeng's disciple. Before leaving, Sun Hoyun pulled Yi Ming to a deserted corner, his expression somewhat serious. Yi Ming, first of all, congratulations on successfully joining Star Demon University. But there's something I need to remind you of. Do you still remember the Azure Cloud Society? Azure Cloud Society? A ground force in Songnan City. Killed the 3rd-in-command Zhou Kuei-Shui, killed Zhou Qiming. Yi Ming nodded. I remember. The chairman of the Azure Cloud Society is Zhou Qingyun, a 4th-order mounted contract master. He hid in the Outland. Outland? Yi Ming frowned. The Outland is the territory occupied by ferocious beasts, extremely dangerous. The deeper you go, the more dangerous it is. The location where he is very close to the 3rd border city. It's the periphery, not particularly dangerous. If I remember correctly, you haven't been to the Outland before, have you? Yi Ming understood his meaning. Captain Sun, are you wanting me to go to the Outland and kill him? Sun Hoyun's expression was calm. The Outland is very dangerous. It's impossible to be 100% safe. I'm worried something will happen. Sun Hoyun nodded. 3 days later, I'll give you the relevant information. You prepare well. Good. After saying that, Sun Hoyuan left. Yi Ming leaned against the wall, veins popping in his hands. President of the Azure Cloud Association. The feud between me and him is too great. I must kill him. That night, the news crazily reported Yi Ming's achievement. The people of Songnan City were shocked. The vice president of Xinbo University personally took charge. Yi Ming became the most dazzling existence among all dance examinees in Songnan City, one of the best in the country. Lu Yuxuan sulked in his room, looking at his score of 820 and the admission letter from Starry Sky University. He couldn't be happy at all. Why is Yi Ming so outstanding? Could it be that a witch contractor is really more powerful than a saintess contractor? He felt a little shaken in his heart. And in his ear came the worried voice of his contract spirit, Wei Wei, seeming disappointed, seeming helpless. But Lu Yuxuan didn't hear it. The Yi family. In the room, Ming looked at the 3 Tier 7 ferocious beast materials in front of him. His heart was touched. Black Eye Fierce Shine, taken from the Tier 7 ferocious beast, Black Eye Tyrant. Thunder Crystal, taken from the Tier 7 ferocious beast, Wrath Thunder Inscribed Lion. Black Dragon Core, taken from the Tier 7 ferocious beast, Dark Magic Dragon. Chapter 65, Elimination Mission. Middle. Chapter 65, Elimination Mission. Middle. Looking at the 3 ferocious beast materials in front of him, Ming immediately began to absorb them. Dark aura surged out, entwining the 3 materials. A huge amount of energy burst out. Ming's pupils suddenly contracted, absorbing 3 Tier 7 ferocious beast materials at the same time. A pain spread throughout his body, like struggling. He gritted his teeth. His hands clenched into fists, propped on the table, constantly adjusting his breathing, trying to make his breathing even. This intense pain instantly soaked Ming's back in cold sweat. Bean-sized beads of sweat fell from his forehead, and then, black flames burned on his body, and traces of electric arcs flickered on his fists. They seemed like they wanted to burn his body and split his flesh. Ming, you can shout it out if it hurts. It's okay. I can help you block the sound. You cared. Ming shook his head. His eyes remained firm. Pain is a symbol of transformation. Shouting and crying will only disturb my will. Besides, this bit of pain is nothing. In Ming's memory, the impact of this pain on him doesn't even rank in the top 10. 10 minutes later, the 3 Tier 7 ferocious beast materials were almost completely absorbed by Ming. Ming stood up. He tore off his wet clothes, revealing his firm upper body. Muscle lines are becoming more obvious. The muscles are well-proportioned and strong. His hands were clenched into fists. His arms and chest muscles were fully stretched. Under his skin, there was black lightning flashing. Ming clenched his fists. He found that he seemed to have mastered a trace of the power of lightning. You have experienced lightning body tempering. Your physical body contains the power of lightning. The thunder crystal absorbed earlier combined with the power of lightning in your body, and was absorbed by your physical body. So, you have the ability of lightning. Yu's soft voice sounded. So that's how it is. Ming nodded. Asked, what is the use of this power of lightning? Enhance your explosive power. Defensive power. Ming's body can swing on the crescent moon / entangled in darkness and crimson. Magnetic black lightning arcs flashed, making a slight zila sound. It's not just a special effect. This lightning seems to have an adhesion effect, which can cause long-term damage to the enemy's body. Not bad. Then Ming checked his panel again. Name Ming. Spirituality. Max level. Realm. Tier 3 Contractor. 32536/1 million. Mental power. 55700. Vitality. 55700. Contract Spirit. Divine Feather Dark Knight Demon Emperor. Contract Spirit level. Spiritual talent. Slaughter type. Spirit level. Dark Judgment. Divine Feather Demon Armor. Eternal Night Descends. Dark Judgment. Level 7. Divine Feather Demon Armor. Level 7. Eternal Night Descends. Level 7. Spiritual talent. Kill Lu Chongsheng Demon Emperor Campaign. Worthy of being a level 7 ferocious beast material. Absorbing 3 swords actually greatly improved my chi, blood, and mental strength. Chi, blood, and mental strength are the values that best reflect Ming's strength changes. Ming clenched his fist. A fighting spirit erupted in his eyes. If I were to encounter the level 4 frost demon again now. Name. Yu. Level. SSS. Progress increase. 304.5%. Revival progress is 24%. Both revival progress and level increase progress have increased. Yu has more freedom. She can now not only manifest dark tentacles and black mist, but also manifest dark tentacles while the black mist exists. Zhao. Ming moved his mind, and Yu immediately understood. Black mist spread out behind Ming. Immediately afterward, 2 dark tentacles condensed out. Ming held a long sword, wearing the divine feather demon armor, like a god of death walking out of the darkness. His eyes released a ghastly red light. Facing the 5 mechanical dummies in front of him, he first swung out a slash, then the dark tentacles burst out. Black mist shot out sharp blades. Everything happened in the blink of an eye in less than a breath. The 5 mechanical dummies were scrapped on the spot. Being able to launch attacks on multiple enemies at the same time, this ability is really heaven-defying. Ming once again thanked himself from a month ago. Luckily, he contracted the Divine Feather Dark Knight Demon Emperor. Otherwise, how would there be the current Ming? Aren't you calling me? How strange, Yu is probably shy. In the next 2 or 3 days. Ming didn't go out. After the 5 examinations, the candidates have a month of rest, combining work and rest, so she stayed at home to rest for a few days. On the morning of the 4th day after the 5 examinations ended, Sun Hoyuan sent a message. Sun Hoyuan, Zhou Qingyun's specific location. Found. In Yendong, 10 kilometers away from the 3rd border city. Yendong. Is the information so accurate? Ming felt. This task was arranged by Sun Hoyuan to temper himself. Ming. What special procedures are needed to enter the prison exterior? My 4th uncle is in the 3rd border city. I can ask him for help. Sun Hoyuan. No need. I have already taken care of the procedures for you. Also, you can't contact your 4th uncle now either. He is carrying out a mission outside the prison. Even my 4th uncle's movements are so clear. Ming frowned. The energy behind it is a bit beyond my imagination. Ming, when should I set off? Sun Hoyuan. The 3rd border city is 1,000 kilometers away from Tsangnan City. You take the aerial flying boat. Probably can reach the 3rd border city around noon. Okay, let's do it at 2 o'clock in the afternoon. Ming. Okay, quickly. The task information appeared on Ming's phone. Task name. Clearance plan. Target. Zhou Qingyun. Realm. Level 4 contractor. S-rank Cloudfall Holy Maiden. Task introduction. Zhou Qingyun is involved in selling prohibited items. The plan has already been escaped in advance. Her strength is powerful. It is recommended that level 4 or above contractors perform the task. Level 4 contractor. The contracted spirit is actually S-rank. Ming remembers seeing it in reports before, saying that Zhou Qingyun's contracted spirit was A rank, but it turns out to be S-rank. These ground-dwelling guys all like to hide their strength. This trip, Sun Hoyuan, when performing the task, must be careful. Unexpected dangers are heavy. The fierce beasts inside are extremely cruel. In addition, hidden on Zhou Qingyun is also a plan essence. Sun Hoyuan. The plan essence is refined from 1,000 plan grasses. After taking it, his potential will be stimulated, increasing his strength by 2 to 4 times. When fighting him, you must be extremely careful. Ming. Don't worry. I will. Sun Hoyuan. Okay. The teammate arranged for you is already in the 3rd border city. His personality is a bit strange. You might have to bear with it more than. Chapter 66. SS Collection Star Saintis. Chapter 66. SS Collection Star Saintis. The 3rd city. The sky is covered with dark clouds, towers of spiritual power. Will turn into a steel forest, warm armed flying warships. Circling overhead, erecting high-altitude cannons on the top of high-rise buildings. The whole city is filled with a tense atmosphere. The whole city is a safe city. And a transition zone to the outer regions. After the advent of fierce beasts, the blue star map has undergone tremendous changes. The ocean area has changed from the original 70% to 20%. The land area has become 80%, and the area occupied by humans accounts for 40% of the total land area. The remaining 60% is the outer region. This is the territory of the fierce beasts, and there are also some human cities. Ming looked at everything around him. At this moment, a fully armed team returned from a mission in the outer regions. They were covered with wounds, both large and small. Fresh blood overflowed from the wounds, dripping into puddles on the road along the military green armor. Ming watched them leave with a solemn expression. He thought of Sishu Yejing. This uncle, who was not good with words, joined the guard army at the age of 25, and began to guard the 3rd city. Now 15 years have passed. Ming had seen Sishu Yejing. The way he looked when he took off his clothes, his upper body was full of scars. These years, not only has the fierce beast disaster not improved, but it has become more severe. Unfortunately, many people in the safe zone don't care. Some traders even made outrageous remarks online, saying that the spikes that have been turned into are a waste of resources. Damn it, sometimes I really want to kill these bastards. A woman's gnashing voice sounded. Ming turned his head and looked. Under the dim streetlights, a blue-haired woman in a trench coat was standing with her arms crossed, leaning against the lamppost, looking at him with calm eyes. You are Ming frowned slightly. The blue-haired woman walked over. She smiled and extended her hand. Hello. My name is Chen Meng, a 4th-level contractor. I understand. The partner arranged by the dormitory store. Ming reached out and shook her hand. Hello. Ming, a 3rd-level contractor. 3rd level? Chen Meng retracted her hand. She curled her lips and shook her head. The energy in your body is more than that of an ordinary 3rd-level soul beast. Ming was slightly surprised. Yuyu's voice rang in her ears. SS Collection Star Saintis. She can peek into the energy in your body and has a keen sense of energy fluctuations. I see. Ming suddenly understood. Chen Meng. Let's go. It's almost time. We'll leave the city from Gate 5. It's close to the mission location. If nothing unexpected happens, we can complete it within an hour. Soon, the two arrived at Gate 5. Along the way, Chen Meng and Yi Ming chatted about programming stories. Yi Ming discovered, this girl named Chen Meng has a very outgoing personality and is easy to get along with. Not at all like Sun Hoyuan said, with a strange and incomprehensible personality. Hello, we want to leave the city. Chen Meng handed the information to the soldiers of the audit department. The latter looked at Chen Meng's information without any change in emotion. But after looking at Yi Ming's information, his eyes suddenly lit up. Yi Ming. Are you Yi Ming? Yi Ming, do you know me? Hey, don't panic. The soldier realized that he was a little abrupt. He quickly explained. Zishu Yejing. He is my captain. A few days ago, he showed me your photo, the one from the 5-blade college entrance exam. Yi Ming suddenly understood. It should be Zishu Yejing who watched his 5-blade college entrance exam live broadcast, and couldn't help but share the joy with his comrades. Since we know each other, there's no need to be so nervous. Uncle, can I ask, how is my fourth uncle now? Where is he? Yi Ming asked. The soldier waved his hand. Don't worry. It's just a small mission. He'll be back in the next 2 days. The mission involves secrets. It's not convenient to reveal. After Yi Ming asked, he also realized this. He nodded and smiled. Thank you, uncle. It's nothing. You're welcome. The soldier smiled. There was some information he originally wanted to say, but professional ethics stopped him. Actually, Yizhang is not far from where Yi Ming is going. You might even run into each other. Tap tap. As Yi Ming and the other person finished the procedures and turned to leave, 3 figures brushed past them. The figures on the left and right sides were extremely burly, 1.8 meters tall and weighing at least 200 pounds. They looked very strong. The person in the middle was thin, but had fair skin, and looked well-maintained. When they passed by, they glanced at Yi Ming. Under normal circumstances, a glance is nothing. But Yi Ming, as a top killer, sensed killing intent in the eyes of the person in the middle. Who is he? Are you representatives of the joint venture? You need to have your identities verified. Come with me. Yuanguang Group. Memories flashed before Yi Ming's eyes like a short film. Kidnappers, vacation murderers, dogs raised by the Yuanguang Group. Could it be that the matter of the vacation murderers has been exposed? Impossible. Yi Ming shook his head. If it had really been exposed, Sun Hoyuan would have sent him a message immediately. But why would that person harbor killing intent towards him? There must be something else going on here. Yi Ming frowned. Involuntarily, he connected Zhou Qingyun and the Yuanguang Group. Could it be Zhou Qingyun? At the exit of the city, Yi Ming was still thinking about what had happened earlier. As he walked, he suddenly bumped into Chen Meng. The other party was standing at the city gate, no longer moving, and was fumbling in his pocket. What are you doing standing here? Yi Ming asked, puzzled. Chen Meng smiled and took out a coin. He chuckled. I have a quirk. When it comes to danger and people or things that make me uncomfortable, I like to flip a coin. Heads represents good luck. Tails represents bad luck. Saying that, he flipped the coin in his hand. He opened his hand. Heads. Good luck. Okay, let's go. Chen Meng was in a great mood, striding forward confidently. Yi Ming smiled helplessly. If it's good luck, we leave immediately, so what about bad luck? Bad luck. Chen Meng said greedily. Then I'll flip it again in half an hour, until I get heads before leaving. Huh? Yi Ming asked in surprise. But wouldn't that waste time? Didn't you notice? We came half an hour early. I reserved a margin of error for myself. What if you get tails twice in a row? Yi Ming asked. Impossible. Chen Meng raised his head proudly. I've never encountered that since I was little. When I left the house just now, I flipped a coin twice for those 3 people from Yuanguang Group, and both times it was tails. This means they will bring us bad luck. Yi Ming, be careful. I'm a bit busy these 2 days. The next chapter will be late, sorry everyone. Chapter 67. Kill Zhou Qingyun. Chapter 67. Kill Zhou Qingyun. Accident. According to the location information sent by Sun Hoyuan, Yi Ming and Chen Meng entered a dark forest. The cold wind blew, the leaves rustled, the dark tree trunks swayed, like ghosts, baring their fangs and claws. Roar! A fierce shout suddenly rang out, and a leopard with moon patterns on its body rushed towards Yi Ming and Chen Meng. Its eyes were fierce, rotten flesh remained on its sharp teeth, its ferocious appearance was worrying. Swoosh! As it leaped high, Yi Ming made a series of moves, blood splattered, and he successfully killed the Tier 3 moon guiding leopard. Level experience plus 4 spiritual energy, spiritual trace experience plus 4 spiritual energy. Yi Ming's expression changed. Is it because unexpected ferocious beasts are more dangerous, so the experience value is higher? Just as the thought arose in his mind, before he had a chance to test it, it revealed sharp teeth. Its body was white and fluffy, like cotton, but its eyes were particularly scarlet. They were skilled at using tools. Considered an oddity among ferocious beasts, die. Yi Ming took a flying leap. Stepping on the tree trunk to close the distance, several bell fur monkeys, seeing this, wanted to flee. Yi Ming's mind flickered. Dark tentacles, like bullets bursting forth, easily pierced their bodies. It was as if he was skewering them, stringing the bell fur monkeys together. Successfully killed a Tier 3 bell fur monkey, level experience plus 45, spirit level experience plus 45. Successfully killed a Tier 3 bell fur monkey, level experience plus 45, spirit level experience plus 45. Successfully killed a Tier 3 bell fur monkey, level experience plus 45, spirit level experience plus 45. Sure enough, the experience given is higher than killing ferocious beasts in the secret realm. Yi Ming's eyes lit up. If possible, he wanted to level up outside the prison. Alright, Yi Ming. Keep the noise down. We're almost there. Don't startle anyone. Chen Meng lowered his voice. The two continued to walk through the black forest. Along the way, they not only encountered ferocious beasts, but also saw piles of ghastly white bones on the ground. Every year, people die outside the prison. At least 100,000. Some are killed by ferocious beasts, others for profit. They turn against each other, leading to fierce fights, a struggle to the death. After all, outside the prison is a land of no owner. There is no rule of law here. Even if you want to kill someone, no one will care about you. Outside the prison is a true lawless land. We're here. Chen Meng stopped. He looked at the cave 50 meters ahead, not rushing in, but took out a coin and flipped it. Heads, how? Leap, charge. Chen Meng's fighting spirit suddenly increased. He reached out and summoned a dazzling, interwoven ancient book, and with great speed, charged into the cave. I can almost understand why Captain Sun said he had an eccentric personality. A guy who needs to flip a coin to decide everything. Of course his personality is strange. The two entered the cave and found lighters, dry firewood inside, clothing and other daily necessities, but they couldn't find where Zhou Jinyun was. What's going on? Chen Meng didn't delay for a moment, nor did he startle anyone. Could it be that we came at a bad time and he just went out? He was very puzzled. However, Yi Ming inexplicably looked up at the top of the cave and discovered that a figure was using both hands and arms to support himself on the wall. He was skin and bones and a pair of scarlet eyes. Revealed a strong killing intent. Yi Ming, die for me! Zhou Jinyun roared. He clenched his fists and descended from the top of the cave. Like a meteorite falling from the sky, his momentum was great. Not bad at concealing your aura. But your strength is not enough to kill me. God and demon armor cover my entire body. Yi Ming, holding a spear, rushed forward. At the moment when he was about to collide with the falling force, Yi Ming moved closer to him. But in the next moment, Zhou Jinyun took out the intensified essence from his pocket and was about to swallow it in one gulp. You ate fart. Before the result could be fed to his mouth, a flying kick burst forth. Yi Ming kicked the intensified essence to pieces, interrupting the spellcasting. Chen Meng was surprised. Yi Ming shook his head with a natural expression. It's just basic operation, right? But who knew that in the next moment? Zhou Jinyun took out another intensified essence from his pocket, taking advantage of Yi Ming's and the others' inattention. Swallowed it in one gulp. Damn, 2 pieces. No, this guy divided the intensified essence in half. Yi Ming and Chen Meng reacted. Hoo. In the next moment, the energy in the air turned into strands of ribbon-like aura, converging towards Zhou Jinyun. His skinny body began to swell, gaining muscle, and the blood color on his face also recovered. A female illusion, dragging a black cloud with one hand, condensed behind him. S-class Cloudfall Saintus. Zhou Jinyun pushed out with one palm. The large hand formed by the condensed black cloud instantly blasted through the cave. After that, Zhou Jinyun pushed his palm upwards again. A large hole was blasted out of the mountain. The huge movement echoed unexpectedly. Not far away, just finished performing a task. Yi Zhan and others, preparing to return, were instantly drawn to the massive sound. Such intense fighting. Our contract masters fighting? A subordinate frowned, smoke and dust billowing. A huge mushroom cloud rose in the sky, Yi Zhan expressionless, just turning to leave. But in the mushroom cloud, a black stream of light suddenly flashed, this aura. Yi Zhan felt a familiar 4th level. Wait, how could it be Yi Ming? What's he doing here? Doubts flooded his mind. You guys go back first, I'll go take a look. Might be something important. After saying this, Yi Zhan hurriedly rushed over. At the same time, in the sky, Zhou Qingyun looked at his severed left arm. His expression was incredibly horrified. What a joke. I am a 4th level contract master. After taking the plan grass, my strength has doubled, yet you can still defeat me. Yi Ming, clad in black, stood in the mountain cave, the long scythe in his hand constantly releasing an aura of slaughter and darkness. I'm too lazy to listen to your explanation. Your immediate priority is to report to Hell Xiao. The last word fell. Yi Ming rushed out, first dodging Zhao Qingyun's attack, then swinging out in a series of strikes. Severing his right arm, he lost his ability to move, then Yi Ming's scythe rotated continuously. Zhao Qingyun's head took off. He was dead, blood flowing all over the ground. Yi Ming stood in the blood, sighing with relief. That damned guy. He's finally dead. From tonight onwards, there will be no more Qingyun society in Songnan City. It's time to go back to report. Xiao. Yi Ming didn't even have time to take a few breaths. 2 huge broadswords suddenly flew out from the forest, inserting into the ground to the left and right of Yi Ming's hands. Yi Ming's eyes narrowed, staring intently at where the broadswords came from. The next moment, Mimijima Shinya walked out. Yuan Guangxiu in the center crossed his arms, smiling playfully. Yi Ming, what a coincidence, we meet again. This time can I ask you to promise me something? Yi Ming frowned, not answering. Then Yuan Guangxiu chuckled. Promise me, let me kill you. Chapter 68 Kill, 4th level contract master. Yuan Guangxiu, Chapter 68 Kill. 4th level contract master Yuan Guangxiu. Yi Ming frowned. Where did this idiot come from? He held the long scythe, without any hesitation. He directly charged towards Yuan Guangxiu. In the silent black forest, a dark stream of light burst out. Yi Ming charged up, his aura erupting. Humph. Just as his scythe was about to swing down, 2 burly figures, with a whoosh, blocked in front of Yuan Guangxiu. They punched simultaneously, a powerful shockwave clearly emanating. Yi Ming's charging body, with a whoosh, stopped. Let me! Xiao. Qian stepped on the trees and leaped high. She flicked her hand and shot out 5 shurikens. The shurikens were incredibly fast. The 2 burly figures raised their hands to create a barrier. However, when the shurikens came into contact with the barrier, they directly pierced through it. Sticking into the 2 burly figures, were shocked. Yuan Guangxiu frowned, hurriedly shouting, Go all out! This woman is strange. Hearing this, the 2 burly figures looked at each other. The next moment, their auras suddenly climbed. An invisible shock ripple spread from their bodies. Their bodies became illusory, and then they directly merged into one. His aura became powerful, for arms grew on his body, and his body began to swell. His height increased to 2.5 meters. White Luwen patterns floated on his skin. Merged into one? Yi Ming widened his eyes, somewhat surprised. A-grade Gemini saint? Yin Yu explained, this is a very special saint. She needs 2 contract masters. Although she is A-grade, she has a very powerful spirit trace, Gemini fusion. It can allow 2 contract masters to merge into one strength speed. The vital energy and blood will fuse, and a virtual blue figure will condense. She tried her best to coax that unified figure. The other party snorted coldly, and pushed a barrier with 4 arms, directly sending Qian Meng flying. Qian Meng frowned. She discovered that after the 2 Kuei Wu figures merged into one, their strength is much stronger than before. Hehe. Version 1 and Version 2, they are twins after undergoing twin fusion. Their strength improvement will be even more exaggerated, Yuan Guangxiu sneered. They were originally 4th connection contract masters. After twin fusion, their strength has reached quasi-5th connection. Humph, isn't it just quasi-5th connection? What's there to show off? Qian Meng summoned an ancient book and chanted in a low voice, a strange formation. Condensed under version 1's feet, 5 iron chains emerged from the formation, binding version 1's body. Its movements were temporarily restricted. Quickly Yi Ming, Qin Thief, first Qin King. Attack Yuan Guangxiu. Qian Meng's shouting voice had just fallen. Yi Ming, holding a Chonglian sword, rushed forward. Yuan Guangxiu's eyes sank. This is treating me like a pushover? I am also a 4th connection contract master. How can I allow a 3rd connection like you to act wildly in front of me? He roared angrily, and billowing clear energy emerged from his eyes. Tattoos of various poisonous creatures appeared on his arms. His entire body expanded twice in size at a speed visible to the naked eye. S-level unique holy maiden. Invulnerable to all poisons, unique holy maiden, the contract master's body is a poison jar. After undergoing highly poisonous enhancement, his every attack will be accompanied by highly poisonous effects. Ordinary people will be instantly corroded by the poison if they touch it slightly. Yin Yu said, but his weakness is also obvious as long as you avoid his attacks. 1 hit to kill him is enough. Yi Ming, do you need my help? Yi Ming shook his head. Fourth connection contract master. I might have been afraid before, but now. Swish, his body is as ghostly, walking on the air. While rushing forward, with him as the center, the dark domain unfolded. The aura of darkness enveloped everything around. Yuan Guangxiu sneered. Traitor, you're just pretending to be a ghost. He clenched his fist and smashed it towards Yi Ming. Yi Ming was not afraid at all, and went forward with the spear. His figure disappeared into the endless darkness, but the corners of his mouth had just curved into a smile, and the dark domain was removed. His smile stopped abruptly. In his vision, Yuan Guangxiu's arms were cut off. His knees were shattered, and he knelt in front of Yi Ming with a horrified look. His mouth was always open, as if wanting to say something, but his throat choked, unable to say a word. Yi Ming, holding a Chonglian, corroded Yuan Guangxiu of your noble land, his face cold. The next moment, he picked up the Chonglian and slashed at Yuan Guangxiu's neck. Don't, version 1 shouted with wide eyes, he is Yuan Guangxiu. He is from the Yuan Guang group. If you dare to kill him, the Yuan Guang group will never let you go. Pucci, a head took off. Yi Ming waved the Chonglian. Turned his head to look at version 1. What did you just say? I didn't hear clearly. Yuan Guangxiu wanted to kill him. He could bear it? Of course he couldn't bear it. Version 1 was struck by lightning. He looked at Yuan Guangxiu's corpse, first stunned, and then his body began to tremble wildly. Seeming to be afraid, bloodshot eyes climbed all over his eyes. He stared with red eyes, and rushed towards Yi Ming madly. You damn guy, you actually killed Yuan Guangxiu. You deserve to die. Your sins are unforgivable. I will kill you. In a state of rage, version 1 rushed out of the confinement like a cannonball shot out, rushing towards Yi Ming at an extremely fast speed, but just as he was about to punch Yi Ming, a figure descended from the sky and landed in front of Yi Ming. He took a step back. His right fist was placed at his waist, and then his eyes widened. The power, like a red torrent, was bombed out together with the right fist. Bang! Version 1's body exploded. The twin fusion state was lifted, turning into two shattered corpses, version 1 and version 2. Yi Ming looked at the figure in front of him and straightened up. Uncle! His fourth uncle, Yi Zhang, was wearing a military green combat uniform. His face was indifferent as he retracted his fist, looked at Chen Meng not far ahead. Then he looked at Yi Ming, his brow slightly furrowed. Why are you outside the prison? On the way back to the third border city, Yi Ming excused himself, saying that he came outside the prison for training. After all, after becoming a third-level contractor, outside the prison training is almost a required course. Yi Zhang didn't doubt too much. Next time you come, tell me in advance. If something happens to you outside the prison, I will be sorry for your deceased parents. Yi Zhang looked at Yi Ming and said seriously. Yi Ming nodded, looking very honest. Yi Zhang gave an un. He continued to ask, what happened to those people earlier? Why did they attack you? Fourth uncle, it's like this. Yi Ming hadn't finished speaking when Chen Meng immediately interrupted. They wanted to kill and steal goods. We found a crimson chain gold mine. Those guys wanted to rob us. We couldn't run or not run. So we just fought them. After speaking, he took out a piece of crimson chain gold mine. Yi Zhang looked at it but didn't say anything. Chapter 69, Yi Ming. Chapter 69, Yi Ming, I've gone supersized. Chapter 69, Yi Ming, I've gone supersized. Yuanguang Group is a joint venture, and the largest controlling shareholder is the Yuanguang family of Sakura Country. You killed Yuanguang Shui, and they will make trouble for you. But you don't have to worry too much. Within the territory of Dragon Country, even if they have great anger, they can only hold it in. After the beast disaster descended, the countries on Blue Star were destroyed by more than half. The countries that still exist now, although there are economic and technological exchanges with each other, each country's attitude is very tough. No matter what joint venture you are, no matter what controlling stake you have, once it is discovered that you have harmed national interests, you don't need to go through legal procedures. Everything will be confiscated directly. The lawbreakers will be executed immediately and broadcast nationwide. Okay. Yi Ming nodded. That's it. I've booked you a ticket for half an hour from now. Go back to Cangnan City as soon as possible. After Yi Zhang finished speaking, he turned around and left. Yi Ming called out, Fourth uncle, please pay more attention to safety. Yi Zhang turned his back to Yi Ming and waved his hand, but did not turn around to look at him. Watching the back of his fourth uncle, Yi Zhang, gradually receding into the distance, Yi Ming said lightly, Chen Meng, your previous excuse was a bit clumsy. My fourth uncle won't believe it. Chen Meng, isn't the excuse of killing and stealing goods very common? It is very common, but it won't work with my fourth uncle. There are too many loopholes. A little thought will make everything clear. A young master from the Yuanguang group, with a background of 10,000 oddities relying on a big family, would be because of a piece of crimson chain gold mine. In a place near the Dragon Country, attacking people of the dragon country. The danger is too great. Even if the young master is brainless, he wouldn't do such a thing. Don't speak so absolutely. Let me flip a coin to see the result. Ming casually tossed it. Tails. Tossing it again. It's tails again. One more time. Still tails. 3 tails in a row. Things are not going according to my expectations. It seems that your 4th uncle already knows I'm lying to him. Ming spread out his hands. He doesn't care anyway. After all, he's not his 4th uncle. Ming was speechless. Songnan City. On the way home, Ming told Sun Hoyuan about what had happened unexpectedly. The latter looked at the information and did not reply to Ming immediately. It wasn't until half an hour later that I can let my subordinates handle this matter. Ming is coming, then just kill him. But what I don't understand is, why would Yuanguang Shui attack me? Last time I killed the Du family brothers, I didn't leave any traces. Sun Hoyuan, it's not because of this. It's Zhou Qingyun. He has dealings with the Yuanguang group. As expected, Ming stroked his chin, pondering. Qingyun will sell the dimensional products. Yuanguang group wants to kill Zhou Qingyun. Killing him would silence him. He seemed to have figured something out, Ming. So, the source of the waging products is the Yuanguang group. Sun Hoyuan's mind is really quick. That's right. It's them. Since Ming knows, why doesn't he take action against them? Sun Hoyuan has already taken action. You may not have noticed, but 90% of the waging products on the Longwa market have recently been cut off. Ming, the remaining 10%, Sun Hoyuan, will be done soon. It will be completely eradicated within a month. We are fishing now. Fishing for a big fish. Qijie. After Ming read the last message, he silently closed his phone. He let out a long breath and shook his head solemnly. As expected, the games between the upper echelons are all silent. Even I, sitting in this room, only grasp the tip of the iceberg of information. Qijie, a contractor with an S-level contract spirit. This kind of existence is considered a powerful force in any country. This fish is really big enough. Soon, Ming returned home. Shuang was not there, probably out on a mission. Xingxing was still lazing around in bed, sleeping. Uncle and 3rd uncle were working. Old Jie was indeed the laziest person in the family, Ming thought secretly. He didn't rush back to his room but came to the training room. However, the moment he stepped into the room, an invisible pressure howled from the left. Ming was careful. Yu summoned the power of darkness, condensing it into a shield, to block the spiritual wind blade that swept from the left. The next moment, whoosh, whoosh, whoosh. 3 wind spirals tore through the ground and rushed towards Ming. Ming's pupils suddenly contracted. He exerted force with his legs and leaped high. As he soared, black wings unfolded. Holding a long sword, he slashed at the wind spirals. Humph! 2 forces collided. Ming had a slight advantage. In the dark training room, Ming was in the center. He held a long sword and stared straight ahead. His body was relaxed, using every pore to feel the surrounding aura. The next moment, a stream of light burst out from behind him. Ming stood still. He reached out a hand and said, "Master, this kind of boring trick, don't play it anymore. I won't be scared by you." The stream of light that shot out stopped abruptly. Immediately afterward, a figure appeared behind Ming. He wore a white robe with white hair and a white beard. His appearance was old, but his spirit was radiant. Gu Yunfeng patted Ming's shoulder. It was like a spring breeze. "Good kid, we've only met once. And you remembered my aura. Well, not bad. These are all basic skills." Ming smiled. "Master is powerful, and his aura is different from ordinary people. Very good, don't flatter me, and show off at the same time." Gu Yunfeng was delighted in his heart. He was very susceptible to this.